This is the Communist Manifesto, but Tony Hawk can keep his stuff. It's an exact retelling of the manifesto, but with several sentence-long exceptions in each part, allowing Tony Hawk to retain his private property and honor the gnarly air he's grabbed throughout his career. I really think Marx and Engels would have wanted it this way.
Oh, good morning, BBs.
Hi, BBs. It's good to see you.
It is too early.
It is, and we missed you.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
I'm Saige Ryan.
And, we missed Monday.
We did.
And so many things happened, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember that far back.
All the news that happened.
So many news.
But don't worry about that. That doesn't matter. That's old news now. We have new news.
Disgusting.
Ugh.
I would never look at news from 2 days ago.
Absolutely not. We
You
have
gotta-
plenty of news from one day
What you
ago.
do is you can't tell by the expiration date, but you can just sniff a news and tell.
Yeah. You
know what
can
I mean?
tell. You got to go with your gut on if the news is fresh.
Expiration dates are mostly put there by big grocery store,
Of course.
but you can sniff and tell. This is the freshest news. Ooh, hand-picked news.
This sentence, sniff and tell, I didn't like.
No, it's a little sniff and tell. Did you ever get a sniff and tell sticker when you were a kid?
No, absolutely not. I'm a gentleman. I don't sniff and tell.
Little sniff and tell sticker where you would scratch it and it would tell you how you were gonna die. You never got those stickers?
No, wild.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Anyways, everybody, I hope you're having a very good Wednesday. Let's get into some things. And I would like to talk about something that just went up on Twitter and is the most important news today, and nothing else matters. Y'all, I've streamed a good bit of Cozy Grove.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very cute game. It's kind of real time to some extent, so it makes it a little difficult to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you run out of things to do, you have to wait until tomorrow.
Sure.
But they're giving us more to do in between, and they're continually making the game. It's a beautiful indie game. And show them my screen, Anthony. You can hug the bears now. They're doing an update. They did a big old summer update. They said new items. Hug the bears. Hear two new original songs. Hug the bears. Catch critters. Hug the dang bears. Double audio. Why does that turn back on? Why does that happen? Hug the dang bears. Y'all, look at, there's a little, they added a little, don't right now.
I would never.
Don't do it, Anthony.
Oh, I would never.
You'll delete the whole source. Please don't mess with it right now.
I'd never do that. Not right now.
Thank you. That's a little gif of them hugging the dang bears. I also think it's very interesting that you can catch critters. They're moving in a kind of Animal Crossing direction with that. If you're
What
not
about the
familiar,
bears, though?
you can hug the dang bears.
Great.
If you're not familiar with Cozy Grove, you're on an island where you are trying to. I stopped it before
Roll
the
that
intro
intro.
ran. It was turned off. It's a little delayed. Can you hug the large fox? I don't know.
You
We
gotta
will have to
wait
get
for the
in there
next
and
update.
Find out.
You gotta wait for the next update for that.
Yeah.
They can
Anyway,
only give you so much.
You're trying to help a
once.
bunch of spirit bears on a haunted island. You're a little scout setting up camp.
Love it.
It's like Stardew Valley Animal Crossing genre with a little bit of spooky, and it's very fun. And now you can hug the dang bears.
Hug the dang bears, everybody. Hug the dang bears.
Start you off with a little good news.
In less adorable. Whoa.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
What did
Unless
you do?
Nothing.
Did you show the spreadsheet?
No.
God damn it, Anthony.
No, it didn't go. There's no spreadsheet up. In less adorable news. There's a Marvel Avengers update. Are you excited? Are you excited?
I want to be excited for it. Can I be excited for it, Anthony?
Of course you can be excited. Here's the thing. They're working. It's a live game. It's always updating, and they're always making it better and better. And in this latest update, it's very exciting. It'll put your IP address up on the screen for everyone to see.
What an incredible technology. I've never heard of a game able to do that before. You know, I really was always hoping that Avengers was going to give us something new and that we hadn't seen yet. They have access to so much money, so much budget, such a big team, a big name behind them. I felt like they could really do something different.
Yeah. They did, and hooray for them. And everybody found this out once the update went live, and people tried to stream it, and it was broadcasting streamers' IP addresses onto their streams. Now, they did immediately respond to this. Oh, there we go. This is what's very good. This is what's very good. Let's take a look at the official Avengers account. We're aware of the issue where a floating string of text appears on the screen and are investigating. Thank you for the reports. Hey, cowards?
That's not just any text.
Hey, cowards? Say the thing. Say the thing, cowards. It's just a floating string of text. It's not much, really. It's just a temporary setback.
It's like if I called you a dick and then I was like, well, I addressed you as a string of letters.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that I addressed you as a random string of letters. And we're gonna work on that.
Oh, I actually, I told one of our friends,
What? Do this.
What are you doing?
Your shock mount is doing there we go. Now you go on.
It's bad. It's bad that they showed you.
The audio feels much better now, doesn't it? Just speaking into the mic feels much better now, doesn't it? Probably sounds a lot better. It's very bad.
It's very bad.
It's very bad.
We don't know right now how many people were affected by it. I also want to shout out to Prataka Brett for posting this in our Discord and the It's Too Early channel. Thank you for suggesting a story today.
Yeah, it's a bummer. They just say, please refrain from streaming for now if you're experiencing this issue. We will update when it has been resolved. Now
that's an interesting one.
Well, yeah, the community kind of came back and was like, hey, this bad update. You take away a bunch of stuff and then put our IP address on the screen. Come on.
People were still streaming this game, like 3.
Well, I think particularly when there's an update.
Yeah, there was a massive update they just
people will do a stream of an update, even if it's, a lot of people when like the Cyberpunk update went live, streamed Cyberpunk because like let's see if they improved it.
Yeah.
Or if not, hey, come on into my stream and let's dunk on this game for 2 hours, which is very fun and entertaining for a lot of people. And so, hey, Avengers, when people are streaming your game specifically to dunk on it, like...
Yeah, everybody in chat, credit cards are just a string of numbers. DL days and my social security number is also just a string of numbers.
Listen, my DNA is just a string of letters.
Anthony, if I was like,
I'm simply a string of 4 letters.
Hey, I gave this person we know your number. Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. You know how I love to be called and I love to make new friends.
But the problem is it was your credit card number, but I said just number.
Oh, no. What? I.
Can't dunk a stream if it shows your IP. I mean, you can. You shouldn't. But people were. Oops. Sorry to everybody who got doxxed.
Sorry.
Speaking of games, people are still streaming.
Okay, yeah.
Does anyone remember Phasmophobia? It feels like Phasmophobia came out of nowhere, was the biggest fucking thing in the world, and then just, like, it didn't decline, it disappeared.
Yeah.
So Phasmophobia has an update. It's kind of a big deal. It's for the first time in a while, and I'm curious to see if it'll bring people back. We have 2 new ghosts coming to Phasmophobia. The Yokai and Hantu. Very, very interesting.
Cool.
They also are bringing back something, though. They're bringing back dirty water. For those who played Phasmophobia at the time that it was the biggest thing on the fucking planet, dirty water was an assignment that you could get on a ghost hunting mission where you would have to take a photo of dirty water in a sink. And, like, most of the time, the dirty water would just never show up, so you could not actually complete all of your tasks. You would have to leave without a completion.
I never played the Broken Ghost game, and I hear things about it. I've watched streams about it. It seems like like a lot of games last year. It was a game that was very successful for two reasons: fun and broken to stream, and God, did we ever miss people? This is a thing I can do with my friends.
Yeah, and it was fun to play. It was extremely busted and broken, deeply, deeply broken. Those were the parts that were fun to me.
Love a broken
if you
game.
look up, your entire back like snaps in half. It's
That I loved. I do remember seeing that. It's like, here's what your player model does when you look
like,
up, and he literally just does like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix.
yeah.
Or like a really aggressive kid in a limbo contest.
Yes, but like just a little more disturbing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumb fun things about it like that. So they added a new map, the closetless Willow Street house, and 2 new ghosts.
Who moves into a closetless house? What's going on Willow Street?
Ghost is what's going on Willow Street.
Maybe the ghost got rid of the closets.
The yokai is a grumpy ghost that dislikes when players talk, which will cause it to go hunting earlier in the mission than other ghosts. I do love that about it. The Hantu is an unpredictable...
A quiet ghost that respects its neighbors.
Yeah, thing that moves faster in cold rooms but slower in warm ones. So keeping the power on is vital to preserving chances of escape. I think this is a cool update. It's great. The bones of the game is a very good idea. I think it's very fun. The integration of it listening to your mic at all times.
Are there bones in the game?
Yeah, actually.
The bones of the game and the bones in the game.
I do like that. I'm just a fan of bones.
Listen, we love Bones. The television series. starring Angel and Deschanel.
Starring Aurora Borealis.
And I don't know. Every mom watches Bones.
Yeah, 100%.
Every single mom.
It was a fun idea. I would like to see it expanded upon. It also mirrors a similar technology that was used in the Blackout Club.
Bring back Bones. Is Bones gone? Is Bones okay? Is everyone all right?
Good? Bones, are you okay?
Is everybody okay? Have you heard from Bones recently?
I haven't heard from Bones. Should I text Bones?
Text Bones. Which one of them is Bones? Are they all Bones? Do they look for Bones? If anybody tells me which one is Bones, I will have them shadow banned.
Yeah, I got nothing from Bones. They haven't updated their Twitter. Anyways, y'all, there's plenty of other news.
Yeah, but I want to go to more bone-related news.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I want to go to bone-related news. We both got a TikTok yesterday.
We sure did.
And listen, we do love TikTok.
We do.
We sure do love a TikTok. And this TikTok is for a store, an Etsy store in Phoenix, Arizona, called Overcast Oddities. And, well, they make something very special. They make Pokemon taxidermy. I'd like to draw your attention to this very good Pokemon Zubat, handmade in Phoenix, Arizona.
I want one so bad, but it is $200.
Is that expensive for a skeleton of a Zubat? I don't know. I have nothing to compare it to. That could be good value.
All I know is that's a lot of dollars.
It's a lot of dollars. Look, you can have a Butterfree.
It's handmade off Etsy. It's beautiful.
You can get them
It's
all.
art.
Look at that.
They deserve that amount of money. I just want it.
I mean, these are very good.
I want many of them.
Ugh. I mean, look, some of them are shitty Pokemon, so I don't want them. But, like, there are a lot of good ones.
They have Pokemon number 666.
The Vivian. The Vivia. Look at that Vivian. And you can get all the different wings types.
Ooh.
All the different wing types.
Ooh.
You been playing that Pokemon Snap? I didn't play any of that Pokemon Snap.
No, I didn't play any Pokemon Snap yet.
I keep meaning to play that Pokemon Snap.
I keep meaning to charge my Switch.
Or plug in your PS5.
Yeah.
Or any of this stuff.
Yeah. Keep meaning to take a day off. Here we are.
But here we are.
That was a good story about Bones. It's literally just sitting open on my other monitor right now. If I can't have it on my wall, I'll just have it up on my computer screen.
Yeah, just look at it. Get the little dopamine hit from thinking about buying it. You know?
Can I get a stuffed Snorlax? Please. Please and thank you. I would love one.
I want to talk about...
What do you want to talk about?
Facebook VR.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So we ran a story about Oculus testing Facebook ads in games. Mm-hmm. It was going to start rolling out in just a couple weeks, I believe, and there was a game called Blast On that was going to be the first game to include these Facebook ads. They were going to be billboards like on the environment, but they would be Facebook ads. They are connected to your Facebook data. They are connected to your browsing data, every piece of information Facebook has about you, as well as your Oculus data. Everybody hates it. We hate it. We hate it. It's bad.
We hate Facebook.
We hate Facebook. We hate Facebook ads. We hate the intrusion of Facebook ads into a literal reality.
Yep.
Just making Facebook ads appear in the middle of a reality you are experiencing is too much for me right now.
Yeah, it's like the concept of passing a billboard that changes when you pass it to be tailored to you.
Yeah, I don't like, do not want. And so, Resolution Games, the makers of Blast On, said, you know what? After seeing all the backlash, you know what? Maybe we're not the right game for this.
They decided to cut the deal.
They said, after listening to player feedback, we realized that Blast On isn't the best fit for this type of advertising test. Therefore, we no longer plan to implement the test. We look forward to seeing you in the arena and hope you try the Crackdown update that went live today.
Here's my guess. My guess is that initially Facebook probably offered them a lot of money to be the first people to test this.
Yep.
A lot of money. I would say it was probably not insignificant. But not enough to have no one play their game.
Not enough to destroy their studio.
Right.
Backlash went not just to Facebook, but also to Blast On and the studio. They were review bombed in every online store, not just the Oculus store, but in Steam. They were getting tons and tons of player feedback that said they were selling out to Facebook or handing the future over to a deranged billionaire and his ad-fueled dreams. Direct quote. A lot of people were calling for refunds.
I mean, yeah, that's how I'd describe him too.
Yeah.
Zuck. I would say that's a fair description of the Zuck.
So, in response to this, not only has Blast On pulled out, but Facebook has said, okay, we're going to take a little time. We're going to rethink how ads work on Oculus. We're just going to put a little, a slight delay on this while we retool it.
Which I'm happy to see.
You've beaten me this time, but I'll be back. Me and my dump truck of an ass will be back.
I would like to remind you all that the Zuck does unfairly have a dump truck.
It's annoying.
It's not fair.
There are a lot of good people out there that deserve a dump truck.
Only good people should get to be thick.
That's all we're saying.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. People's outer donk should match their inner beauty. And that's what we've always said.
You're so right, Anthony.
That is what we've always said.
We've always said that. That's been the motto of our show since the first episode.
It's in Latin on our coat of arms for It's Too Early.
It's tattooed on both of our lower backs.
Yeah. And my Hebrew name. I got it on spring break. Oh my God, I just feel so spiritual.
Hi, Bijan. Bijan, I hope you agree. We're talking about the fact that
People's outer donk should match their inner beauty.
Yeah.
And
Only good people deserve to have a dump truck of an ass.
Only good people.
I tuned in on time for this.
Yeah. Hey, I want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. He's 30 years old today. Happy birthday, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Happy birthday, Sonic. Now, in the last couple of months, Sonic really do be everywhere.
It's his anniversary.
Of course.
It's the year of Sonic.
You look at the way that Mario's dad protect Mario and is like, Mario can't be there. Mario cannot be in that. That would be off-brand for Mario, and they have a very clear idea of where Mario can and cannot be. We covered the Sonic the Hedgehog 30-year anniversary showcase, where they're like, I don't know, put on a Sonic head and do a fucking operation. Sonic can be anywhere you want
Sonic's
Sonic
in a
to
hospital. Sonic is in our hearts. Sonic is all around us.
Yeah.
When there was one set of footprints on the sand, Sonic was carrying us at a very fast speed.
Honey, you've barely touched your Sonic curry.
Honey, babe, what's wrong? You've barely touched your special edition Sonic curry.
But that's not the news.
But I'll tell you one place where Mario's dad and the Sega branding team are in agreement is put my son into the Minecraft. Put my son into the Minecraft.
With a tweet from Sonic the Hedgehog's official Twitter, they said, it's Sonic's turn to be yeeted into Minecraft.
At this point, I mean, this is all part of the meme. At this point, what is not in Minecraft? At this point,
right?
Can he really run around? Can you really run in loop-de-loops though? Because that's actually a very good.
None of this.
Can he really do this shit? Wait a second. Can he do this shit though?
None of this
Because then I want it in
current
Minecraft.
Functionality of Minecraft, but I guess this you'll be able.
Can Knuckles
to.
do a float? Actually, this is a very good update. Oh my lord!
Everybody's there.
I mean, if all supersonic Chow's Saige in this economy?
Yeah.
Oh my lord! This is actually a good update, I think.
Yeah.
I thought initially I was like, oh god, sure, just throw the skins in.
But also, like, I knew it had to be more than skins because, like, adding something to Minecraft, like, people have already made Sonic skins. People make their own skins all the time. You know? Like, you have to really kind of do something. And honestly, like, you can do a lot of things in Minecraft, but I don't feel like there actually have been that many Minecraft and IP collaborations.
Yeah, I think, the Mario ones were literally just skins to celebrate Minecraft coming to, I think it was when Minecraft came out on the Switch. There were Mario skins. But this is like actual functionality, which I think is lovely. If you're unfamiliar with what we were talking about earlier.
Babe, what's wrong? You didn't finish your Sonic the Hedgehog limited edition curry?
Babe? Hey, babe? Babe, are you good? It was my turn to cook. I made your favorite. Babe?
Anyways, Minecraft's also still a very fun game.
Everything Sonic is a little disturbing, and I love it.
It is, yeah.
Everything Sonic is slightly disturbing, and that's what I love about the brand.
Like, that's a little weird. And in blocky form, his little, like, quills on his head.
Babe.
Bijan, a live studio audience, said, okay, but I would eat this. Would you?
Yes. Bijan, I'm a human garbage disposal. Bijan, I'll literally eat anything that's put in front of me. I'm a trash man.
Yeah, it's just slightly cursed. I agree, Rebecca.
I'm a super trash man. You put anything in front of me and you're like, you've never eaten this before. And I go, you're right, I've never eaten this before. And then I do.
And then you have to. All right, fair. Let's talk about more games.
Okay, let's talk about more games.
That's what we do here.
This is another big update. This is one that people have been waiting for a good long time.
It feels like odd timing to me, but there's an Overwatch update that Crossplay is now live. Okay. All right.
Got crossplay and a new Ash event. So crossplay is allowing players to team up and compete. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch. PC players can jump into crossplay immediately. Console players will obviously need to connect to Battle.net and connect whatever console account they have to Battle.net. But once they do, cross-platform play is allowed in quick play, arcade, custom matches, not for ranked, which I think is a good decision.
I agree. I think that's a very good decision. And Ash's Deadlock Challenge is what's going on right now. There will be legendary skins for Ash and Bob, leading up to a goal that 9 matches nets you a player icon, 18 rewards a spray. You can earn additional sprays while you're there. But what was interesting, and I didn't know about this, Deadlock Rebels is an Overwatch young adult novel that was just released, centered around Ash and McCree.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening right now.
Has
so
anybody
event's kind of centered around that?
Has anybody read that young adult novel? How much do Ash and McCree kiss? Can you send me any passages about Ash and McCree kissing?
Please read us a passage.
Please, Father.
Read us a passage
Father,
from Deadlock Rebels.
I know you've worked so long at the factory today, but Father, I would sleep ever so well if you would just tell me a story about Ash and McCree kissing. Just doing a smooch, Father.
Tell me if they kissed.
How much do they kiss? Blue Pirate in the live studio audience says they could have had this since the beginning, but they held it back. Now, remember that that's not entirely their decision. I want to put that out there. Console platform holders do have the final say on what they approve and what they put through QA. Took a very long time for them to get crossplay in because for a while, Overwatch being the biggest fucking thing in the world with a lot of microtransactions, platform holders were like, yo, if you get a game on PlayStation, we want you locked to PlayStation. We want to be sure that we are building the player base for this thing. So you can say that it's entirely on Blizzard, but I don't think that's true. I think that these deals are particularly thorny to work out.
The reason I find it to be such odd timing is that and I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see them still updating the game. But we're getting ever closer to Overwatch 2. We're getting more and more information and updates about Overwatch 2. Maybe this will be the thing that keeps people playing until they finally get that damn game.
I think it'll get people to jump back in.
Maybe you'll get a little bump of it getting people on.
But I also think, remember that as they're working towards Overwatch 2, they're developing these things in parallel. I would not be surprised if this crossplay functionality is the same functionality that goes into Overwatch 2, and they're using this now as a test.
Well, yes, of course. Overwatch 2 is the same game.
It's this. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I could have sworn that Aaron told me it was new. Aaron put on his whitest, cleanest hoodie.
It looks like
and got up on stage. And showed a very shiny Baptiste with all new hair, and said new game.
Look, I'm saying this as someone who deeply loves Overwatch and has sunk more hours into Overwatch than probably any shooter in my life. I love Overwatch. So far, it has not been very promising to look like a very different game. But we have not seen any PvE stuff yet. I want to see that PvE.
That's PvE.
That's the stuff I'm waiting for. That's the difference.
That's what I want. That's what's going to get me in there. I'm not we've talked about this a million times.
Yeah.
I'm not a big PvP guy.
Yeah, but
I'll do it every once in a while. If a bunch of friends are like, hey, come on, do this. I'll do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
PvE, a bunch of buddies getting together to fuck up some robots or whatever as friends, that I love. And that's why I love giving my IP address to Marvel's Avengers. That's why I love giving all of my... Listen, if there's one thing I've learned over the last year and a half, I want to give Square Enix all of my personal and sensitive information.
Of course, and they can be trusted with it.
They can be trusted with all of it. Everything from credit card numbers to home address to my IP address. That's a spicy Square Enix, they say.
That's what they say when you're streaming it. It displays your IP address to everybody.
Chef's kiss. I'm now stealing your personal information.
Yeah.
But Overwatch 2, yeah. I mean, look, I'm very excited for it. I love all Blizzard lore, but no Blizzard games. And so I'm very much hoping that this is the Blizzard game that I can get in and do the whole thing. Are you about to pull out your fucking gamer cred? There it is.
I mean, I've got a Diva gun in the closet. I've got a giant Soldier 76 back there.
Both of those just in case of intruders.
Yeah.
In case somebody comes in. She's got her Diva gun and a big Soldier 76 to protect her.
But this is just my Pachymari. I like him. And nice. There's a Diva pillow around here somewhere too. I really
Somewhere.
do love that
Somewhere. Yeah, so I'm excited for Overwatch 2, which is an entirely new game.
Hope so. Speaking of platform holder exclusivity.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, segue of the day award.
Thank you. The new boxes for Ghost of Tsushima don't say only on PlayStation
Can you say
anymore.
Ghosts of Tsushima without sounding drunk? Because I can't.
No.
Ghosts of Tsushima. Ghosts of Tsushima. I have to say it that slow. Ghosts of Tsushima.
No, I cannot.
You don't tell me when I've played enough Ghosts of Tsushima. I'll tell you when I've played enough Ghosts of Tsushima.
It's because we're boring white people.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
And it's not a sound that typically exists in our language.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
That's our fault. That's not the fault of the game title.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Game title's completely valid.
It's a totally valid title. Ghosts of Tsushima.
Anyways, it's maybe coming to PC, I hope.
Could be.
That would be nice.
Could be.
Lord knows I don't power on my PlayStation, so I haven't played it.
Plug it in, I dare you.
No, I'm going to move. I'm not going to plug it in. I'm moving. I've only had it for 6 months.
She's been prepping to move for the last 6 months, so she hasn't been able. She's been packing up. Ghost of Tsushima has removed the only on PlayStation banner from its box, which is something that Days Gone and Horizon also did in their print run right before they were announced to be coming to PC.
Spicy.
Could be the next big game.
Very, very interesting. Even down here lower on the box, doesn't have the little PlayStation Studios thing.
Now, they do mention that some PS4 and PS5 titles, like Miles Morales and Sackboy, don't have that only on PlayStation label. Mm-hmm. So this
but they didn't
could
have
just,
them in the first place, right?
Yeah, so this could just be a shift in branding.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it seems like a great candidate to come to the PC.
It does, absolutely. And we've been seeing a good amount of that recently, so I wouldn't be surprised, and I hope that it does.
Yeah.
I don't...
Demi.
I want to be a person that turns on my PlayStation.
Hey. I know that was tough for you to say. This is growth. We want you to be the sort of person that turns on your PlayStation. And can we tell you something? We think you are already.
Really?
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, this is gross. Is that gross?
even in fake discussions of affirmation, Saige does not believe she is worth affirmation.
Rude. Don't call me out like that. Anyways, it's just, look, I buy everything that I can on PC, even though I have a PS5. It's so much easier. I am always at my PC. I stream on my PC and I don't have to run anything through a capture card. It is so much easier.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I will say, Bijan is saying he hasn't turned on his PlayStation in forever. And
Thank you.
look, over the last couple months, there haven't been a ton of like super compelling reasons, except for that Ratchet and Clank, which let me tell you something. Holy shit, that Ratchet and Clank.
I know I want to.
It's like playing a Pixar, that Ratchet and Clank. Imagine a Pixar in your own home.
I know I want to.
It's so good.
Right, same. I have a gaming PC with a 3080. Why turn on PlayStation?
For those
That's
exclusives,
exactly what I
baby.
have.
You got to get those exclusives.
Well, that's the thing, though, is if that's coming to PC, less exclusives for me to worry about.
That's true. I mean, like, I honestly don't have Monster Hunter Rise on my Switch just because I know that Monster Hunter Rise is coming to the PC in like 8 months. But I just would rather see that pretty Monster Hunter on my PC.
Interesting.
Running on that 3080.
Yeah, fair.
Listen, I'm going to be in debt for years over that 3080. I need to get all the mileage out of it.
My Switch is for hugging bears.
Listen, Switch is for hugs.
Mm-hmm.
Switch is for game about hugs. Hug game.
Hug game.
Play hug game.
Speaking of Switch and Nintendo, let's talk about Nintendo and all of the beautiful things they do, like giving us the ability to do cute, cozy things, right?
Yeah, we love the cute, cozy games. We love their absolute amazing quality. We love the entire vibe around Nintendo and Nintendo design. We love the care that they put into every game. Guess what else?
Lawsuits.
These litigious motherfuckers. You may remember, sorry, that was just a picture of my Sonic Curry. You may remember that the Pokemon Company, so technically not Nintendo this time,
Right.
sued in 2019, sued some people for leaking our first look at Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was photos of an unreleased strategy guide. That's how people got their first Sword and Shield exclusives. And Nintendo immediately went, "You dummies, that's from a copywritten book. We got you, motherfuckers." And they did. The defendants are required to pay the Pokemon Company $150,000 each in damages and attorney's fees. When the Pokemon Company first filed this lawsuit, it showed screenshots on a Discord of somebody leaking this stuff. But they discovered that one of the two defendants, throughout the course of the lawsuit, took the photos while employed by the company that was hired to print the strategy guide. So they didn't just get them for the infringement; they got them for the unfortunate espionage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine working for a company that just like prints books and game guides and getting charged with espionage.
Espionage.
Damn.
Espio the Chameleon. Happy 30th birthday, Sonic the Hedgehog. Everybody, please enjoy.
Espionage.
Please enjoy your Espio curry.
No.
Espio.
No. Those are no.
Espio.
How'd you get from that?
You can't hear it phonetically how I got there?
Espio curry?
Well, because Sonic and Espio the Chameleon.
I'm mad at you, Anthony. All right. We're a business show.
Yeah. We are very much, first and foremost, a business show. I have my street MBA.
And I passed the bar in the state of Virginia. So we got a couple of business things to talk about. We should talk about the big one. Let's get it over with, because I also think there was like an advertisement about it in the last article we were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
No, not that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Y'all,
espionage.
there were some big ol' fucking Twitch bans
Yeah.
over the weekend. Now, of course, they were very, very short. They were short-lived, but ooh, for a day was everybody for weeking out. So, the two very big Twitch bans were Indie Fox and Amaranth.
Now, we've discussed Amaranth before. Amaranth, of course, the creator of the creator and popularizer of the hot tub stream.
Yeah, of course. Indie Fox also a huge participant in the hot tub stream. And hey, we've given our stance on hot tub streams. All for it.
Get that bag.
Fuck yeah.
Get that bag.
Have at it.
But there's some new... Amaranth likes to say, okay, well, if this, then what? Amaranth says, okay, you're going to ban me for this hot tub thing. Show me in your rules where it says that you can ban me for this hot tub thing.
And they didn't. They didn't have anything in their rules that said so. They said if you're in context, you're allowed to do that. And there was context.
And they created a category for hot tub streams, which is where I watch my my favorite stream of baby otters every day.
It's true. Honestly, I think that was an excellent response from Twitch, was to create the pools and hot tubs category.
So Amaranth decided to get real deep into the ASMR category. She said, here's what's next for Amaranth.
She essentially started doing streams that simulated ear licking on those weird ear microphones that people use for ASMR. There's no judgment to ASMR here, but the look of those microphones freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, you shouldn't put ears on a microphone.
I don't
or like
it.
Imagine a microwave with just big ears on the side of it. Appliances
so
just
fucking
shouldn't have.
uncomfortable.
Like if we were looking at our camera right now and the camera was just a normal camera but had big ears, it's just weird.
Or like, and then in functionality wise, what if your camera was like a really realistic looking set of eyes?
Oh yeah, like that webcam we showed that one time.
Yeah,
where it's like an
that's
animatronic
the
eye that
for
blinks.
me. I don't know why that gives me such a big deep ick in my soul. But she
said, "What can I push the boundaries of next with this ASMR?"
And she really did put the ass in ASMR. Face down, ass up, ear lick into one of those microphones. There was a lot of stuff over the weekend. There was some bodily functions that didn't need to be into a microphone.
Right. So, no, we're going into it because we're discussing this, and we're gonna discuss it. So, Indie Fox goes, "Oh, you can do this? I'm gonna do this."
And she did pretty much exactly what Amaranth
started
did.
doing it, but then she goes, "What if I set a dono goal where if you pay me enough, I fart into ASMR mic?" These are the big questions. These are the big business questions of streaming and making money on streaming. And I'll tell you what happened. Twitch banned them both.
Now, one of these creators in the past has said some blatantly racist shit. I've also been at a party with one of these creators in the past. So, sure, lick a microphone, lick an ear. Don't be a fucking racist, though.
Sure. So they got banned. There are, Twitch is saying that there are legitimate reasons for this ban, which is, the camera angle was a little extremely sexual.
It was.
Which they don't approve of. The sexual licking of the fake ear.
Yeah.
Was against their no sexual content. So this is all good. And I think, what the Amaranth playbook now is to try to get Twitch to drill down and explain more about what is considered sexual content.
Which is something we would all like.
Yeah.
Everyone on the platform would like to have clear defined rules as to what we can and cannot do. Very, very much so. That would benefit all of us.
Yeah.
But Twitch has always had a problem of giving us very vague guidelines. So people get banned and they don't really know what they did a lot of the time. In this scenario, of course, they know what they did.
Well, they know, but here's the thing. It's like, okay, I know what I did. You know what I did. It's like one of those scenes in a movie. Oh, I know, and you know, and I know, but you say it first.
Yeah.
Right?
You need to tell me what was wrong with that.
And the idea is, and regardless, we've said this before, regardless of what you think of Amaranth and her content and her personality or whatever, one thing that I do like about when these things happen to Amaranth or when they happen to somebody like a Code Miko is they go, okay, tell me exactly why. Communicate to me exactly why. Because once you do, that becomes the rule. You need to clarify these rules. And it does benefit everybody.
Right. And look, did they break what's, I think, at least somewhat clearly defined? And there are a few things that are understandable in TOS, but was that pretty obvious? Yes. However, this is not an excuse to be a fucking misogynist. And a lot of the internet has taken this as an opportunity to be a goddamn misogynist. You don't get to say women came on here and took Twitch from boys when the second streamer ever on Justin TV after Justin was a woman, and that's incorrect, you fuck.
Yeah.
You don't get to be like, why I hate titty streamers. No, this is a completely different thing than a woman having boobs while playing games. This is a different scenario, and I don't even think it's directly comparable to hot tub streams.
No, and even then, we've got to decide. Like, we have to decide. Like, a lot of people will give a lot of lip service to being pro-sex work and pro-sex workers, and then when something like this happens, they go, they deserved it.
You can't do that.
They deserved it. And one of the things, I had it pulled up, but my computer is doing a computer. Polygon ran a big feature on Amaranth.
Yeah.
And talked a lot about the constant harassment and things like that she gets for making her content. Which, like, look, you don't like her content, you don't like her content. You don't need to harass somebody.
Watch it.
Just don't.
It's that easy. And it's so easy to blame the creator and not the market that receives it. You're going to be upset that it's on the homepage of Twitch. Why do you think that it is? It's because the male-dominated population that's watching it, because it is that popular with a male presence on Twitch.
Yeah.
It is one woman who is in control of her own body, doing things that harms no one. And yet, that's the only person getting any flack for it, and not the actual market for it.
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot.
Fascinating.
The idea of people who want to participate in this content and participate in this sort of entertainment, but then also denigrate it, right?
Exactly.
They want to watch the stream, and then they want to make fun of the streamer,
right?
Even though they're like, you're there, you're in there.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're embarrassed of your own sexual feelings.
Right.
Like,
you can't watch porn and have a problem with OnlyFans.
I understand that we're kind of a puritanical country here, and there's some other kind of like very puritanical countries around the world that are watching Twitch. But just because you're sort of raging against your own puritanical society that you live in doesn't mean that you need to denigrate somebody. If you enjoy it, go ahead and enjoy it.
That's okay.
You don't need to be mad at it for enjoying it.
Right. I will say, you also probably shouldn't post tweets like this and then participate in it. Indie Fox in 2017 tweeted, "I'm ashamed to say that Twitch is a platform that supports lazy females selling their bodies for cash. You're teaching little girls to sell sex because that's what's popular. Make them wear t-shirts and pants. Compete on the same playing field as men. Feminism is equality. Spread the word." Now that aged poorly.
It did.
And that aged like milk.
And one of the things that I do want to say is the key term in that is age. That is a tweet from 2017. People's opinions and ideas change.
That's 4 years
ago. 4 years ago. That's still 4 years ago. I'm not giving her a pass. That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if you can see in other tweets and other behavior from her, because I don't know much about Indie Fox, that she has shared that her opinions on this have changed and evolved and grown, that's okay. If she just used to dunk on other women to make herself feel better and then started doing that stuff, that's a problem. I don't know much about Indie Fox.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, how do you say that's not the case? How do you say that she didn't used to dunk on women to make herself feel better?
Well, I'm saying if there's genuine apology and change along the way, which I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either.
I have no idea.
Internalized misogyny is a deeply, deeply rooted problem.
It's a hell of a thing.
An issue of the patriarchy, and not to be imposed upon women. But if she had just chosen not to participate, chosen not to watch, didn't believe in it, didn't support it, that's one thing. But to say supports lazy females selling their bodies for cash, don't call us females.
Any woman that uses the word females.
Any human.
But specifically when I hear a woman say it, I'm like, whoa.
Not specifically when I hear a woman say it.
No, I do. When I hear a man say it too, but when I hear a woman say it, I'm just like, whoa, who turned you against yourself?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's my thing. It's just like, oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna back away from this because you are dealing with some things.
Yeah.
Men, don't do it either. Don't do it either.
Don't call women females.
Don't call women females.
You can say a female streamer.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say females. because that is intentionally degrading.
Bijan says that he won't just for me. Good.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear
Bijan,
it.
that's growth and not gross. Wink. Yeah, oh man, I will say this. Code Miko did a very funny thing last week. Code Miko, so these Amaranth streams and a lot of these streamers are known for doing like really long BRBs where they're like changing into cute outfit BRB and then they disappear for like 30 minutes.
Oh.
Cuz they're clearly just like taking a break.
Yeah. Running up that stream time.
But they're trying to run up that stream time, keep people engaged because it's like, oh, she's changing into a cute outfit. She'll be right back. I'm going to stay right here. Code Miko ran like a 5-hour stream that said changing into cute bikini. We'll be right back.
That's excellent.
Just 5 hours straight of it. It was amazing.
Code Miko is fascinating.
Code Miko rules.
Look, there's a lot of individual actions. And I don't know every one of Code Miko's individual actions. I think I was her second guest ever on the stream.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And now she's like the biggest thing in the universe.
Yeah, very weird. It was just like a Twitter interaction. And she was like, you want to come and stream? And I was like, yeah, sure. I want to fucking come stream. That sounds weird as hell. It sounds awesome. But I love how self-aware Code Miko is. And I do love some of the hot takes being made.
The specific humor of a Code Miko stream, like the style of comedy and stuff, isn't really for me. Like I don't watch it for very long, but she's very clever in gaming the system, and she does incredibly clever things all the time.
Yeah.
And that I love.
Yeah.
Isn't she part of the G4 reboot too? Yeah, in some capacity.
Bummer.
We're not sure how, but everybody who's part of that G4 reboot, get that bag.
Should we talk about more business news or should we talk about orgies?
What's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
While we're on the subject.
Orgy is my business. Ugh, I hated every part of that.
Yeah, I did too.
It was the worst.
Hey, for our friends in New York.
Hey.
Bijan.
Hey, Bijan. Everybody else who's in New York.
New York City is advising that orgy goers get vaccinated ASAP.
Very specifically orgy goers, which I love about New York. I do. There are a few things I miss about living in New York, and this is one of them. New York is like going to a warehouse party and accidentally finding out the basement is just an entire orgy room. Like you just go down to see what's going on down there. And you're just like, oh, okay, all right, I'll see you later. I paid a cover charge for this.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's also Los Angeles after 2 a.m.
Hey, but the difference is Los Angeles won't come out and make these specific proclamations.
No. Yeah.
New
Los
York
Angeles
says
will not acknowledge our orgies.
New York says, "What's up, sexers?
Uh-huh.
We got some rules for you if you're gonna do a
It's
sex."
like that TikTok, sex havers.
Hey, sex havers, you enjoying the sex? We have our fun here, but there's nothing sex about COVID.
The New York City Department of Health released a statement today in a big old, just bright pink advertisement that urges people to practice safe COVID sex. COVID safe sex. People who are fully vaccinated can go on dates, make out, and have sex without face coverings. Which means before they were urging you to wear a mask while having sex.
Yeah, just wear a mask.
Go
if you're gonna
have the sex.
If you're gonna have random sex with somebody you don't know, wear a mask.
Yeah.
Like a horse mask. I'm not saying I'm into it.
Also, yes.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. As a
NYC.
As a poor boy in NYC, a young man, one of the things that I really appreciate about NYC is New York is a city that gives away free condoms. And I don't mean you have to go somewhere to get them. Somebody in New York, it's their job to like go to bars and be like, "Hey, can we put this fishbowl of condoms in your bar?" And the bar goes, "Yeah." And so they put a fishbowl of condoms in the bar.
And that's excellent. I was just saying we have a little bit of like we stand them putting this flyer up with a little queer representation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, New York. You could have a little same-sex couple as a treat.
Hey, avoid sex parties and other gatherings, but if you do attend, go with a consistent sex partner. Pick larger, more open, and well-ventilated places for your orgies. Bring and use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, wear a face covering, and avoid kissing. Hey, other things you can do, like maybe just masturbate together and avoid kissing.
They said enjoy sex virtually.
Yeah, enjoy a sexy Zoom.
Sexy Zoom parties.
Hey, sex havers. Be cool. Don't catch a death from a sex is all we're saying.
It's very funny. They really said make it kinky. Be creative with sexual positions and physical barriers, like walls that allow sexual contact while preventing close face-to-face content. New York City really said glory holes.
Yeah. They said when Gizmodo asked last summer if New York City had officially adopted the glory hole as its new mascot, Dmitry Daskalakis, the deputy commissioner for disease control, said, "We trust our audience and New Yorkers are creative enough to know what we're talking about." And then Dmitry followed up by saying, "And if you're the particularly creative one, my number's on the CDC website." This is great. I love seeing this.
Yeah.
This makes me very happy.
That's great. Good for you, New York. Good for you.
Good for you, New York. I'm sorry that your subway system is mostly full of waterfalls now.
Anthony. Speaking of Subway.
No. No. Not the Segway combo.
Only $5.99, you know what I mean?
The Segway combo, more like
The
Subway combo.
Subway tuna, everybody. Uh-oh.
Subway tuna. Uh-oh. And moving on to the next story.
The New York Times commissioned some lab tests on Subway tuna, which discovered that Subway tuna sandwiches do not contain any tuna DNA. Not
Any known tuna DNA.
any.
That's what
tuna
I'd say if I was
DNA.
Subway CEO. I'd say any known tuna DNA to you, a layman. We're using Subway Super Tuna.
Not any.
So what is it? What is it?
I am pulling that up.
This
Gotta
comes
get
in.
through
This
the New York
follows up something from last year, where an Irish court ruled that Subway bread has too much sugar to be legally considered bread.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bread. It's a confection.
Yes.
It's a cookie.
It's a cookie.
Can I tell you something?
You're having not tuna between two cookies.
You're having fucking pencil shavings with mayo in between. Is the mayo real? Is the mayo real, Subway? Can we trust anything? I'll say this. I love a Subway cookie. The white chocolate macadamia nut cookie.
They got a good chocolate chip cookie too.
God, they got a good cookie. Because it's all sugar.
Yeah.
It's all sugar.
Literally just sugar with like chocolate chips dropped in it.
The tuna sold at the chain is wild caught, says the company.
Representative of Subway said the claims are without merit. The tuna sold at the chain is wild caught, and the company says, which is now a vast majority of tuna that's harvested. Only a tiny percentage of bluefin and yellowfin tuna is actually farmed. They're saying, that's nonsense. It's basically tuna. The star ingredient, according to the lawsuit, is made from anything but tuna.
But we don't. But they
Based
don't
on
say
independent lab tests of multiple samples taken from Subway locations. California, the tuna is a mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna, yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna.
But I want the
We
list.
found that the ingredients were not tuna and not fish.
God, what is it? I want to know what it is now. You can't just say that you found that it wasn't fish. You got to tell me what it is. That's Chekhov's tuna.
I don't I don't know if they're just testing, is there fish DNA here? I don't know if they can be like, can you just test what is it? Can you put it in a machine and say, tell me what it is?
Oh, God. I want to know. Yeah, I guess not. I guess you can only specifically say, here's the DNA for tuna. Is this tuna?
2 people are suing Subway right now for fraud, saying that they were tricked into buying food items that wholly lacked the ingredients they reasonably thought they were purchasing. What's more, the plaintiffs argue Subway is saving substantial sums of money in manufacturing the products because the fabricated ingredient they use in place of tuna costs less money.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Fabricated feels bad.
They're not just imagine using fake tuna because it costs you more.
Right.
Like, we know why they're using fake tuna.
I just keep seeing things on here that just says, like, the product is, in fact, devoid of tuna. And that's just, like, a really funny sentence.
That's how your cats describe themselves. Every time I walk in here, your cats look up at me and they just, I can tell they're saying that they're devoid of tuna.
Right.
This is gross news, but I haven't been to a Subway in years, so I don't know. I'm sorry for people who go to Subway, and I'm double sorry for people who get the tuna from Subway. Tuna feels like something I would not get from a Subway. Fish seems like a place I would not go at Subway. I used to get like a meatball sub there.
Okay.
Which I'm sure is just packing peanuts.
Another thing they said was these baseless accusations threaten to damage our franchises, small business owners who work tirelessly to uphold the high standards that Subway sets for all of its products, including its tuna.
54 Aquasnakes is saying, Saige, it's tilapia. It's not tilapia.
They said it is not
It's not fish. The DNA test says it's not fish. Eesh.
Thanks to you guys, I'm getting a tuna sandy for lunch. Hopefully not from Subway, I guess.
No, but like sometimes
I mean, you
that
could try
happens,
and get one
right?
from Subway, but it's not going to be tuna, which means you're
Sometimes-
not having a tuna sandy for lunch.
Sometimes people talk about a terrible food and you know it's terrible, but because they talk about it enough, you're like, well, now I'm eating it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even if they're talking about it in
like a gross,
context
bad
of how
context.
terrible it
Yeah.
is. Anyway, huge trailer release yesterday. I'm getting away from the fake tuna.
Okay, let's go.
Huge trailer release yesterday. Probably the biggest. This is a big movie. One of the biggest movies of the summer. I think everybody's been waiting for it. This is the clearest look at it that we've had. And I think the internet just went nuts for this. So let's show it off. This is Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Fuck yeah, dude. Honest to God,
You
I'm
thought I was gonna
so
zig,
into
and I
it.
zagged.
Honest to God, so into it.
This is Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm not going to show all of it because it's our friends at WB.
When WB does not like us to show trailers, even if we're reacting to them and talking over it.
They really hate for us to market their products.
They
but
hate free advertising.
But man, Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, that's pretty wild.
I was a huge Courage the Cowardly Dog fan growing up.
Same.
Which is how I ended up as the spooky, disturbed child that I am now.
It's so good. It's such a good show. And I love the idea of these two disparate senses of humor and animation styles coming together.
I'm excited about it. They definitely leaned into, I'd say more of the Scooby-Doo animation style for sure.
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo movie guest starring Courage, because I think there's not a lot of Courage brand recognition with kids these days. The children's does not know what it is. And so I think this might be them trying to like, hey, you kids like Courage?
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring back some
Maybe
Courage.
we bring back some Courage.
Like, who knows? Like, who knows?
I wonder if we're in a time that's like reasonable to bring back Courage.
Absolutely.
If kids are like,
kids love
ready to
eldritch
be
horror
scarred.
these days. Like, if you think about like Gravity Falls and things like that, even the new DuckTales was like
I feel
really
like Gravity
dark.
Falls is a lot like, I mean, I was gonna say everyone I know who watches it is an adult, but I don't know any children.
Oh, there are a lot of kids.
I know like a total of 2 children.
Yeah, you on purpose.
Yeah,
you
I'm
try
not a
not
big
to know
fan.
children. No, children definitely watched Gravity Falls. They were obsessed.
Hmm.
They were obsessed. The actual big trailer that everybody was talking about yesterday, of course, another Warner Brothers trailer.
So another one we're gonna get
So
in
another
trouble
one,
for.
yeah, we're just not going to show much of it. But it is the Suicide Squad 2 trailer, showing off a little bit more of Idris Elba's Bloodsport. in jail.
Idris Elba.
We find out that Bloodsport is in jail for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet,
That's fucking awesome.
which I really love. They really are just doing Deadshot without saying it's Deadshot.
Kind of, yeah.
Like they pulled in Bloodsport because Bloodsport is close enough to Deadshot, and they're like, we'll pull in Idris instead of Will.
Yeah.
He'll still have the daughter. Like it'll be kind of the same story. He'll fit the
Interesting.
same thing, but
We can all pretend the first Suicide Squad did not happen. We're all on board for that. I went to a theater like last week
yeah.
to see The Conjuring,
Mm-hmm.
and the Suicide Squad trailer played in theaters.
Yeah.
And I got pretty fucking pumped, dude.
It looks good.
It's looking real good.
It looks real good. They show off a little bit more of Weasel. They show off a bit more. It's a little bit clearer that the villain is Starro, which is very exciting.
That is very exciting. Starro was revealed, I believe, at the end of the first Suicide Squad trailer, maybe the second.
But the great thing about Starro becoming very clear and very clearly the villain in this trailer is I got to show Saige Jarro.
I did just learn about Jarro last night.
So if you're not paying attention to DC Comics recently, oh my God, comicbook.com.
How
Why?
fucking dare you? It didn't stop.
It never does.
Look,
Oh
you
my.
hit the X and it didn't stop. You have to
Oh,
pause the video first.
you monsters. It won't. It won't. I'm just going to open this image in a new tab and fuck you. If you're unfamiliar
Comicbook.com.
with what's going on in DC Comics, Starro is dead, except for one of his little tiny, he shoots out this little baby Starro spores that control people's minds. One of them is still alive. The Justice League has that spore in a jar on the Watchtower satellite, and they call it Jarro, and it believes that Batman is its father. There it is.
Come on.
There it is. Batman hug a Jarro. It imprinted onto Batman.
Fuck, right?
Like it's good, right? Like it's very good.
God.
This is good shit.
Literally immediately I was like, I need a Jarro. Where do I get a Jarro? I want a Jarro.
It's so funny. And here it is. You can tell that it's being raised by Batman because Superman's like, I don't understand. What are we doing here? And Batman's like, tell him. It's simple. We're preparing for war. Jarro says,
Baby said that.
hug me, Daddy. We're preparing for war. It's so good. Jarro is very good. Hey, DC, let your movies be silly. DC Comics are silly as fuck.
Please, remember when DC movies were lighthearted and fun and they were a joke? They were a comic book movie. They were just a live action comic book. Y'all do it with your TV series. Y'all giving us some fucking comic books on television. Give us comic book movies.
Give it, come on.
The closest we've gotten is Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey is a comic book movie.
Yeah, I feel like Suicide Squad 2 will definitely be.
I think so too.
The other thing that people asked about is this idea of Bloodsport shooting.
This is from a Kodoroku in our Discord. Not the sandwich.
Kodoroku the sandwich, not the person.
My NDI just gave out. It always does about halfway through the show.
Okay.
You love to see it. Please.
There it is. On it, Dad! Jarro is dressed as Robin.
The fact that they had a little Starro that they kept in a jar and they named it Jarro. Like, come on.
This is what I want from a DC film. This is all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birds of Prey. I think Suicide Squad 2 will be like this. But people were asking about this idea of Bloodsport shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And the first question everybody had is Superman in the movie? And what Superman is it Henry Cavill? Did he shoot? And James Gunn was immediately like, shut it down. Shut it all down. Shut it all. Shh. I don't know if it was Henry Cavill. I don't know what DC's doing with Superman. I'm not directing Superman. My movie is not a Superman movie. It's just it's a thing we said because it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
He shot Superman with a kryptonite. That's cool.
That's cool.
It doesn't matter who that Superman is.
And I agree. It's cool.
So, there you go. That question was answered. We saw a little bit more of Weasel. We saw a little bit more of all these characters. I think it's going to be a fun film. I'm ready for it.
Be a fun film
I'm ready to go back to the movies. I'm ready.
Yeah?
Last week I wasn't. This week I am.
What do you want to see at the movies?
Well, Saige, I might have already gotten tickets.
What do you get tickets for?
Fast 9. Ask me what theater, Saige.
Is it the Alamo?
No.
What theater?
The Alamo.
Oh, you got the weird one that's gonna fucking...
The Alamo is not for the Fast movies. 4DX is for the Fast movies. The seats move. There's smoke. There's light effects. There's water effects. You ride the movies, baby. The last movie I saw in 4DX was Valerian, and it was a joy. Fast 9.
I'm pulling an article that's not on comicbook.com about this because I refuse to deal with this.
Oh, yeah. Don't deal with comicbook.com. Every time I put something in and it's comicbook.com, I'm like, what 9 videos are going to pop up?
It's literally covered on every other site, and we will pull it from any other site because it is so broken, too. It's like the whole page half scrolls with you. It's a fucking nightmare. Transformers. Still doing movies. That's exciting for Transformers people.
Did you know this next Transformers movie will be Transformers 7? Did you know that?
That makes sense to me. Look, I was a big fan of the Transformers animated stuff growing up.
7.
I was real into it. I've not been a Transformers live action person ever. I think I've seen one of them. They are not for me.
The first one was better than it had any right to be, which is why I think
we've gotten
more. 6 more. The first one, like I remember,
they're all coasting on the good faith of the first movie.
For real. Like I walked out of the first one and I was like, that was pretty good. I can't believe all right. It was fun and it was funny and like it was only the tiniest bit racist for a Michael Bay movie. Like
the bar's too low.
Like it was weird that it was weird that Jazz had to do hip hop dancing. Like it was strange to me that Jazz had to do it, but the rest of the movie pretty good.
We got a title. Which is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I think that one of my favorite takes, I saw it on Twitter, was my friend Joe Starr from D&D Beyond, just tweeted it out and said, I don't trust you.
Yeah, no.
Don't trust.
The last Transformers movie had the Transformers, if I remember correctly, the Transformers were responsible for every single important thing that happened in human history. Like there was a painting of the Transformers with Ben Franklin and with like King Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? We know that Rise of the Beasts will feature Maximals, Predacons, Terracons, alongside returning stalwart Optimus Prime, who will be seen in his G1 iteration.
So, for those of you who don't know what that means Beast Wars. This is Transformers Beast Wars. We're moving from robot into car to robot into big animal.
The lead characters will be the lead human characters will be Noah and Elena,
who are new apparently,
played by Anthony Ramos from In the Heights, and Elena played by Dominique Fishback from Judas and the Black Messiah.
Can I tell you something though, Saige? That Bumblebee was an all right movie because it was a horse girl movie with a car instead of a horse.
I didn't see it.
It was just a horse girl movie.
I can't say I love a horse girl movie.
But it was cute.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
It was cute. It was very much not what the rest of the movies were. So that was kind of cool about it.
They said, shockingly, this is a spectacle story.
No.
We're going for the full experience our franchise has come to be known for. Fans are going to go crazy over this. Beast Wars was my joint.
Sure.
All right, man.
All right. That's cool. Everybody enjoy another Transformers movie.
That's a statement from Stephen Cable Jr. Sure, man. Another one.
Yeah, do it. Speaking of fun DC,
Ooh.
We got a little now. If you're not looking for any Shazam in your life right now, if you're trying to shield your eyes, but we're about to show something. First shots of Helen Mirren on set at Shazam.
Look at that absolute queen.
Look at her. Look at her. And there they are just having lunch together. On set. She looks so cool. She looks so fucking cool.
She is so fucking cool.
That's
a dope-ass costume.
I'm so hyped for Shazam. Shazam's the other fun DC movie that we didn't mention that.
Yes.
Shazam was just big with superheroes.
Worth mentioning for sure.
Yeah. Lots of big movie news.
Lots of big movie news, including...
You're very excited about this one.
I am very excited about it. The casting was announced for live-action Snow White.
It's Rachel Zegler from...
the retelling of West Side Story.
From the new West Side Story movie that's coming out.
Very, very exciting. She just has the, like, doe eyes that are just right for Snow White, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I love this casting. I think it's really interesting. I'm skeptical on the new West Side Story, but I'm excited about this. I am somebody that will just let Disney keep hurting my feelings no matter what they do. So every time I will get excited for the live action princess movie.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care. I don't have any problem with it. They've never hurt my feelings bad enough on these to like make me not come back for the next one or get excited for the next one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of course, the internet did a bad, and there were some people being racist. Shut the fuck up, quite simply. They were just like, the point is she's supposed to be white. No, she's fair. That's not correct, and you're
also,
stupid and irrelevant to her story.
She's half Polish. She's fine. She's fine. You can't even argue your fucking weird bloodline stuff because you're not even paying attention.
Snow White is not white people culture. That's stupid.
These are pictures of her that she posted with Snow White at the theme parks from a few years ago. And there she is at the Wishing Fountain. She posted an animation. I think it might have been on her Instagram. That was her and Snow White. No, here it is. This is very good. That just says, "Homegirl, we have lots to catch up on." Just twirling their skirts together.
Too cute. I'm excited for it. Mark Webb will be directing. And they said Rachel's extraordinary vocal abilities are just the beginning of her gifts. Her strength, intelligence, and optimism will become an integral part of rediscovering the joy that this classic Disney fairy tale can tell.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Mark Webb, of course, directed 500 Days of Summer, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, is doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but also directed episodes of The Office, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Why Women Kill. Very good director. It's going to be good.
I'm excited. Why Women Kill is a Paramount Plus show, isn't it?
Yes.
I think I saw it on Paramount Plus.
People are really, really loving it.
Oh, interesting. I am on my Paramount Plus free trial right now.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Just trying to watch that SpongeBob.
I'm going to be honest with you. I watched the first episode of the iCarly reboot because people were talking about it on Twitter a lot.
Ah, gotcha.
People were just like, she says bitch, and it's weird.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to make that a grown-up show for grown-ups.
It is weird.
Because it's a style of comedy that literally only works for children. It's very strange.
It exists in a very weird in-between space. But we're almost out of time, so what do we got to get to? What's important to get to before we call it?
We should talk about this.
All right.
We should talk about this.
Yeah.
PAX West in September is in person. It's the first big post-COVID show. It's real. It's happening. Conventions are back.
Conventions are back. It's a scary, hard adjustment, but I'm also so deeply excited for conventions to be back.
I want to go so bad.
I want to go so bad. I've never been to a PAX.
Oh, PAX is great. I love going to PAX. I see now Dragon Smite in the live studio audience is saying, hey, I don't think we're going to be post-COVID by September. That's the thing, right? Certain, every area is in different levels of lockdown and openness, and every country is in different levels of lockdown and openness. We're doing really well here in California, which is exciting. I want to go. And look, if things change in between now and then, and they go, hey, it's lockdown again, well, then it's fucking lockdown again.
Then it is. Right now on the West Coast and in most of, I would say, the more progressive side specifically of America, it's pretty contained. It's pretty safe statistically. It's wonderful. It's very exciting to see. That isn't the case everywhere, especially isn't the case in a lot of places internationally right now, but this is taking place in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
That should be a safe place to be if you are vaccinated.
Well, but the trick is, if they're letting people in from other states that aren't as safe and aren't as vaccinated, does that become a threat? And that's something that we're all going to have to think about, and we're all going to have to decide for ourselves.
Yeah.
The new Diabolic in the live studio audience is saying we are around 50% vaccination in the U.S. Maybe it'll be higher in September.
I hope so.
I hope so too, and I think it will. It's been rising steadily and steadily. It's been going up faster and faster because there have been fewer. There's not as much of a wait anymore. So many people are vaccinated now that now, like in California, you don't even need really an appointment. You can walk in and get vaccinated. So I think that's gonna make things move faster, and I think that's gonna make things easier. I'd love to see us up around that 70% that we need to be at for herd immunity by September. I think it could happen.
We're about 50 right now. Yeah.
The Olympics are still happening, but
they're not letting anyone internationally in to attend the Olympics.
Yeah, it's only Japanese nationals are allowed in, or people with Japanese visas. So they're not letting anybody in. Obviously, the athletes and the press, but they're not letting anybody else in.
I would love to see them asking for vaccination cards. I would love to see that. I'm not expecting it.
I don't think they will.
But I would prefer it personally. Absolutely.
I don't think they will, but that would be amazing.
It would
be. I think it would be nice if every large event for, at least the foreseeable future was like, hey, we're sorry. We need you to be vaccinated to come in for everybody's safety.
I'm not sorry.
No, but that would be their official statement.
Yeah, but it's, put on your registration, right?
Yeah.
Not that hard to do. I guess it would be probably a lot of manpower to independently verify.
Not really. I mean, yeah, kind of, but like if you're making people just upload a picture of their vaccine cards, I mean, there are a lot of conventions and events that just make you upload a picture of your photo ID.
Yeah.
They don't do tons of verification.
Right. The concern is people faking it.
Yeah.
But I guess that would be a smaller percentage. It would still discourage people who are not vaccinated from going, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, are some people going to try to fake them?
It's not a perfect system, yeah.
Sure, but I think there's probably a way to like just go through images and be like, that one looks weird,
And I think there's also a thing too where if like a lot of the people that are not currently vaccinated are angry and anti-vax and would be upset that they are required to be vaccinated and probably wouldn't attend anyways, which I would love.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
I would love to piss off an anti-vaxxer. So
I like to do it 3 times before breakfast. Just start my day off, on a good foot.
Yeah.
That's how I like to roll. But yeah, what do y'all think? We would love to hear discussion about this and anything else we talked about in the Discord. Go check out the Discord.
Please join us over there. It's very, very fun. We pulled a couple of stories from there today. Once again, thank you to Bertaka Brett. Thank you, Kodoroku, for that Jaro picture. Ugly Unicorn and Blue Pirate for throwing some interesting stories for us to talk about today. We appreciate you so much. You helped us out with the show. How nice of you.
Yay.
That's pretty cool. So, hey, get into the Discord. It's completely free. You don't even have to be a subscriber. Everyone is invited. How exciting is that? And hey, There's even more content over on Patreon.
What? Surely not, Saige.
Can you believe it? We do an exclusive clip from this show, one full story. It usually ranges from 10 to like 30-minute clips of something we didn't talk about on the show.
Right. We go for 30 minutes and we call it a clip.
Yeah, right? Like
That's right.
It's really a whole nother thing.
That's value for your buck. We're a value meal. We're a circus of values.
That goes up every week. There's also early access to our podcast and other fun and exciting things. So if you want to support us on Patreon, tiers start at $3. You can get it to early stories as low as $5. We love you and appreciate you if you do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We want to give a shout out to everybody who followed us, donated, subscribed, did any of that goodness during the show today. Madame Dimitrescu, thank you. Mikey Piff, Tim Horrell, Ron Hall's Motor Club, Farlander 6, Dr. Smalls, Jupigorg, J-Zone, Dream Girl. Thank you all so much for the follow and the raid. I'm sorry, Dream IRL.
I didn't see we got rated.
We got rated. Thank you.
God,
I think our thing isn't up. I don't know why.
Our alert box was gone off.
Oh, okay. Ollie J932, Chessian 34, Ewall 1919, Sad Satanic Panda, thank you for the follow. Harry Horror Show, thank you for the host as always. Be sure to watch Harry here on this channel every Sunday for One Time on the Internet and on his own channel for very, very good spooky murder content. Beanpole Games with the follow, One-Eyed Nugget, General Shepherd, V Squared 30, with the resub for 4 months. Thank you very much. Scott Davis with the resub for 6 months. Thank you, Scott. Shrunk 3791. Randall Hag. Barely Scratched with the resub. Prime resub 3 months in a row. Take that money from the Beezy's pocket. Thank you very much. Elias El Kafi with the resub for 4 months. Dalton Amabe. I fucked it, and I'm sorry, but you did not fuck it. You followed us, and we're so happy. Muds the Paladin. Kurt Laurelton with the resub. Tier 2 for 5 months. Bless you. You generous thing. Jatuas, DZ, F47, Gamer 21. So many new follows today. Thank you. As a Nube with the follow, Miss Mischief 1993 with the follow. Thank you all so much. You know, we appreciate everybody who follows, who subs, who donates, but we also understand that money is weird and strange and bad.
And there's a lot of other ways to support it. We do this show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. That's an early time. So getting up and spending your mornings with us, it is not lost on us how incredibly valuable that is. So thank you. We appreciate you. We make a show for you to watch.
That's right. And if you are watching the show and you're enjoying it, we are already way ahead of where we thought we would ever be. So thank you for your support. But also, hey, if you want to do a little something extra, maybe like tweet out a link to the show, share a highlight, make a clip, send somebody who you think might like the show a link to one of our VODs, either here or on YouTube. All of that stuff is incredibly appreciated and really does help. We're just a bunch of friends making a channel in somebody's spare room. So thank you so much.
It's me. It's my spare room.
It's your spare room.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome to my spare room.
Hi. Welcome to Spare Room. In the land of wardrobe.
That'll be another show we launched. Welcome to the Spare Room. It'll be a horror podcast about settings in the back rooms. The spare room.
Okay.
Anyways.
I went Narnia and you went horror, and I think that says a lot about us psychologically.
I think it does. Hey, come and see us on Friday. We'll be live at 8 a.m. Pacific, followed by Failed Save, which you can find both of us on, our D&D 5e comedy show. It's a frickin' blast. We're doing something a little different on Friday.
No.
Yeah.
Surely not.
Sure are. You know what? I'm going to make the announcement here. Our lovely, just incredible GM, Vince Casso, is going to be out of town.
Because he's fired.
He's not fired. And we are going to be led on an adventure by our own Ella Britt, Kaylee Bray.
Professional dungeon master, Kaylee Bray?
Professional dungeon master of Dungeons Dice and Damsels Dice and Everything Nice, Dungeons and Dragons show. I know, I fucked up my own show.
No, I didn't hear
Damsels Dice and Everything
wrong.
Nice, the Dungeons and Dragons show from Saturdays.
That's right.
It's going to be a very fun time.
That's right. Be a good time. It's not a Bria.
It's not a Bria.
It's not a Bria.
A Bria is a little busy.
They arm wrestled.
If you haven't
Kaylee
noticed.
won.
Incredible.
You wouldn't have thought, but it happened.
Bria's very tall.
two titans, really.
Yeah, truly. So come and see us on Friday. And hey, Anthony,
Yeah.
where else can they see you on the internet?
Oh, my stars and garters. Thanks for asking, Saige. I am everywhere online at A Carboni, except for my Twitch channel, which is at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards! It's mine. Give it back to me. We are currently playing through all the Zeldos. You know all those Legend of Zeldos?
Mm-hmm.
We're playing through all of them in order, in anticipation of Skyward Sword HD coming out next month. We're not making the best progress. I had to take some time off, but we're going to get there. We're gonna get there. Last week we had a really wonderful stream where Maud Garrett showed up and quizzed me on Zelda history while I tried to explain the entire timeline.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did real well. You can check that VOD on my channel. And hey, you can also catch me on my science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata. It's called We Have Concerns. That's at wehaveconcerns.com. New episodes every Friday. And that's it.
Great. And you can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, which means I'll be live tonight around 5 p.m. Probably around 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll go live on my channel first, and then we're going to be playing some games with friends. Some of my Smosh friends are all getting together for a little co-stream around 7,
lovely.
I believe, probably be on multiple channels, organized by the lovely Mark Robb. Anyways, you can also find me here on this channel all the damn time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, Sunday. And you can find me on Smosh Games.
Tuesday?
I'll be on Smosh Games on Friday. Not Tuesday. No Tuesday streams.
No Tuesday?
No Tuesday streams. I was on D&D Beyond yesterday. You can find me on the D&D channel on Thursdays for Black Dice Society. And I'm around. Come and say hi to me.
She's around.
I'm around. We love you, BBs. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you on Friday.
Goodbye, BBs.
Bye, BBs.